Khalifa, the nationalism in India. So today we will start our topic, the Khilafat movement and non-cooperation movement. So first of all, we say that what was the Khilafat movement. So as we all know that the First World War was fought between the two main powerful countries. One side the central powers are there and another side allied powers are there. In central powers, German, Japan, Turkey, Austria, Hungary, along with many countries were involved. And another side, in allied powers, the British, France, Russia, Italy, Romania, and after in 1917, USA entered into the allied powers. So this First World War was ended with the defeat of Ottoman Empire. Ended with the defeat of Ottoman Empire. So present day we can say the Turkey. Okay. So Khalifa was the ruler of Ottoman Empire. So who was the spiritual leader of the Islamic world? From the entire Islamic world, they respect the Khalifa as their spiritual head of the spiritual leader. So when the Turkey defeated from the allied powers, so it was irrespected. How? So it was rumored that after the First World War, it was rumored that the allied power is going to be impose the peace first treaty on Khalifa. Okay, it was a rumor. It was not an exact, but it was a rumor. So after that, what happened? So people, those who believe or those who obey him as a spiritual leader of the Islamic society or Islamic world, they started to defend him. So at the same time in our India, Britain was ruling. India was the colonization of Britain. So as they started to form the Khilafat committee to defend the Khalifa. In our India, in March 1919, a Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay. Understand? So, under the leadership of Maulana Azad and Hasrat and Maulana Ajmal, many leaders are there. So, under the leadership of them, the Khilafat committee was formed. When it was formed in Bombay. Understand? And this committee had members. So, they are the Muhammad Ali and another is Shaukat Ali. These two leaders, they started discussing with the Mahatma Gandhi to start a united action against the Britishers on the Khilafat issue. And Mahatma Gandhi saw this is an best opportunity to bring Hindus and Muslims in one platform, because the British was ruling over India to make a groupism on the basis of religion and a caste in our India. So why the Khilafat committee was formed? Khilafat committee was formed to defend the Khalifa. Who was the Khalifa? Khalifa was the spiritual leader of the Islamic world or for the Muslims. So this was the Khilafat. So Mahatma Gandhi, regarding this Khilafat issue, there was a session of India National Congress in West Bengal, Calcutta, when in the month of September 1920. In this Congress session, the resolution was passed. What is the resolution of the past? Why the resolution was passed? Resolution was passed to take the Khilafat issue along with to start the non-cooperation movement in India. So all the Congress leaders, they are agreed to take the Islamic demand, the Khilafat issue, to take the united actions against the Britishers. So this was the Khilafat movement. Clear? So now we will see that non-cooperation movement. So why this name is given the non-cooperation movement? Why another name is not given? What is the reason? Non-cooperation. They could have given the many different names, but only why they choose that non-cooperation movement? Because already we have known that Gandhiji, in his famous book in 1909, he was written a book, the Hind Swaraj. What was the name of the book? Hind Swaraj. When it was written? 1909. Clear? So he declared that, who? Mahatma Gandhi declared that British government was established in India due to the cooperation of Indians. Due to the cooperation of Indians. If Indians refuse to cooperate with the Britishers, then within a 1 year, British government would be collapsed and Swaraj may come. Gandhiji written these statements, these sentences in his famous book, The Hind Swaraj. Due to the cooperation of the Indians, the British rule was established in India. That's why this movement's name is given the sentences in his famous book, The Hind Swaraj. Due to the cooperation of the Indians, the British rule was established in India. That's why this movement's name is given the non-cooperation. Understood? Why this name is chosen? Why different names are not given for this topic or for this movement? Clear? So there were some proposals of the non-cooperation movement. So they were passed the resolution in Calcutta Indian National Congress in the month of September 1920. But what are the proposals? How they will start the non-cooperation movement? Here we will see that some of the proposals, so light is gone. So some of the proposals, what are the adopted to launch a non-cooperation movement? Number one was that movement would be begin with the surrender of titles which were awarded by the British government. What was the first proposal? The movement would be begin with the surrender of the titles which were awarded by the British government. As you know that when the Jallianwala Bagh incident happened in Amritsar, Punjab, so when the thousands of Indians were killed by the open fire of General Dyer, so Rabindranath Tagore, he returned his title, the knighthood, which was given by the British government. Why he was returned? Because one side you are respecting us by giving the awards, and another side by simply our innocent Indians, you are killing them. By peacefully they are protesting against the Rowlatt Act, which was passed by the Imperial Legislative Council. Understood? What was the first proposal? The movement would be begin with the surrender of titles which were provided or which were given by the British government. Number two, what is that? So, what was the second proposal? Indians will boycott civil services. Those who are the Indians, they were appointed or they were working under the British government as a IAS, IPS, IFS, the high profile jobs. They will discontinue their jobs, boycott the civil services, and number two, they will left the practices of the courts, the advocates, lawyers, they left their courts to practice. Third, so they will leave or they will boycott the legislative councils and legislative assemblies. And many students, they left the British established schools, colleges and universities. And the Indians will boycott the foreign import goods. At that time, all the goods were imported to India from the British. The Indians were used these goods. So they decided in the Congress session in Calcutta 1920 September to boycott the foreign goods, boycott the British established schools, colleges, universities, courts, and boycott the civil services, understood, and boycott the police, boycott the army. Even many are in the army department, many are in the police department, and many students, at that time the Indian schools were not established. That's why all the Indian students, they were studying in British established schools. So these were the proposals how the Indians will start a non-cooperation movement. These are the proposals. Where it was proposals were resolution in the Calcutta 1920 in the month of September, and these resolutions were adopted in Nagpur session, Indian National Congress session in Nagpur, same year 1920 in the month of December. So these proposals were adopted. Understand? Where it was proposals given Calcutta in the month of September, but in the month of December, after 2 months, these proposals are adopted by the all Indian National Congress leaders. After that, the Mahatma Gandhi was launched a non-cooperation movement along with the Khilafat issue to defend the Caliphate and to gain the Swaraj. Swaraj means independence. Understand? So after that, in the month of January 1921, the non-cooperation movement was started under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. When it was started? 1921. Which month? In the month of January. Who was the leader? Mahatma Gandhi was the leader. Clear? Suppose, what are the causes for launch a non-cooperation movement? What were the causes? Just 1 minute. So you will see here, write down. First, what are the causes of the non-cooperation movement? Write down. First cause is that Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act. Second cause was that Jallianwala Bagh incident. Third one is that to gain the Swaraj self-governance. Fourth one is that to get the full independence. So these are the causes to start or launch a non-cooperation movement in India. Okay, students. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we will see the next topic.